NCAA women's basketball third round post-game press conference with Gettysburg. Coach Nate Davis and James Mott and Ivy Holzberg. Coach, opening statements on the Sweet 16 win.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep saying the same thing, but it's very surreal. I couldn't be more proud of the effort and the competitiveness and the drive that our players played with tonight, just with the extra hustle plays. And I mean, it makes the difference in any type of game like this when you're playing a great opponent like Randolph-Macon. Those hustle plays matter, right? Those are we call championship plays. And they were all over the place from a lot of different players today. And so we're so thankful to have the win. Randolph-Macon had a tremendous season. They're a really competitive program, and we have so much respect for them. And so to be sitting in this chair, having won the game, feels really, really good, and we're thankful to continue to play basketball.
Questions?
Coach, what did you guys think going into this game? Did you think it was going to be a very tight, low-scoring affair like we ended up having?
Sometimes those are hard to predict a little bit, but I wasn't surprised that it was that. With this time of year, you have teams that do a great job of scouting each other and knowing each other really well. And, obviously we come in with a defensive game plan, but they do too. And it really comes down to people making shots. So I wasn't surprised. But at the same token, obviously we're pretty comfortable in games like that too. It's not something we're not used to playing in a grind out type of game, and it probably favored us a little bit, to be honest with you. So we're thankful that maybe it turned out that way, because some of those big threes that Jamison hit really were significant in those moments because of how defensive battle it was.
Jameson, talk about hitting some of the big threes.
Sorry, I said too much.
You can set up on that one.
No, it's always really fun playing out there with everybody. I think that kind of the main thing that I tried to go into this game with was a lot of heart. We really talked about it as a team, and I think that with all of the setbacks we've experienced so far, I think that the main thing that's driving us right now is our heart and is our competitive spirit. And so I was just ready for the moment, and I think a lot of people stepped up tonight that really had to, and I'm really proud of us and just the way that we got here. But yeah.
Maybe we talked about this a little bit last week, but talk about, James stepped up tonight. It's been Kim. It's been Skylar had a great night on the defensive end. Talk about some of those other players that have kind of stepped up in big moments the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I love how deep this team is, because you could just, if some way's not working out, we got another spark of energy coming off the bench, and it's really it's a privilege to have a team that deep. And I don't know, we all kind of mesh well together. We've all gotten minutes together, and it's really exciting when we can see other people step up.
For the players in particular, what's the challenge with playing a team like this where you play them really early on in the season, and it seems like, both teams are very different from what we saw way back in November?
I would say whole new game. It's honestly it's nice that we got to see them early on, got a taste for maybe the rig scorers, what plays they might run, but at the end of the day, I mean, we've come so far as a team, they've come so far as a team. We don't have the same players we did then. So, yeah, I mean, it's a whole new game.
You were able to hit some pressure free throws. Talk about what that's like, just going to the line with the chance to really give your team a boost late in the game.
I feel like it was redemption almost for some free throws I've missed maybe recently, but I don't know, I feel like getting fouled that late in the game, I was just all smiles because I was so proud of this team as a whole, and I wanted to knock them down, and then for the team. I wasn't really in my head about it, to be honest.
I saw that emotion on your face. Smiles down late stretch start to sink in that tomorrow's the Elite Eight.
Yeah, it did start to sink in. It's exciting, and I don't know, I felt that moment. Not that the game was over yet. It's never over till clock says 0, but I know you can start to taste it at that point, and it felt good.
For the three of you, what was it like when I think it was 8 seconds or so left, and Randolph-Macon just kind of backed off, wasn't going to foul, and then it was like, oh, this is it, we did it. What was that like for all of you?
Me again?
Yeah, we want you to go ahead, Jay. We have been.
It was on the floor.
Honestly, it was the most exciting feeling. It's really rewarding when you have such a long season, and sometimes it can kind of be grueling to kind of go through the motions, but at the end of the day, it's moments like these that keep us alive, keep us as a team, and keep that competitive spirit, and it's just really fun. they're the moments that are definitely worth it.
What's the approach like, knowing every game at this point is win or go home? You guys think about that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows with the effort that players play with. But having said that, honestly, like, it's no different if you've watched us play all year long. We play with great effort and energy, and Skylar, Emmy, Reagan, Shania, like, those players leave it all out there every game, and so, like, it doesn't surprise us at all. And if anything, it's our comfort zone. It's kind of what we're used to, and we've talked about that before. It's funny because Jameson was happy at the end of the game. I was probably more relieved. I mean, that's probably bad on my part, but for me, it was like, yes, thank goodness the game's over. We did it. But I'm glad that they were happy and enjoy the moment because they deserve it. But yeah, that was kind of for me.
It felt like you guys really won the game at the foul line, Coach. Is that a way you guys normally can win games, or you trust when your team goes to the line late in games that they're going to hit them and win the game for you, close it out?
Yeah, I mean, we work at it. It's an effort thing for us. I mean, we definitely want to make sure that we're ready when opportunities come on the foul line, and the players do a great job of making sure they're ready for those moments. But it's also indicative of what we've said all along. We want to be aggressive. The NCAA tournament rewards aggressive teams that don't play afraid to lose. And we definitely tried to attack them. We tried to get to the basket. We tried to put pressure on them defensively, getting downhill on them, which leads to a lot of foul shots, And so I think that was kind of what really showed tonight. Obviously, we made the free throws, so that helped. But we definitely had an attack mindset.
In an environment like tonight where there are combative waves all around you, how do all three of you keep your composure in a situation like that? I mean, we had Macon fans behind us on the call, hearing every word they said. I'm sure a lot of words being said on the other side, well, yeah, bigger fans didn't even have, for lack of a better term, neutrals who were just kind of like focused intently on this game. 4 waves coming at you. How do you keep your composure there?
Go ahead. I mean, first of all, it helps me to have players like these guys that are able to play in those moments. The thing is these guys are experienced. They've played in a lot of big games, whether it be conference championships or NCAA tournaments in the past. So there's some good experience in our team, and I think they embrace those moments. At least from my opinion, they may share a different feeling, but I think they're good at drowning out a lot of those things. I probably hear more than they hear, if I'm being honest with you. So I think they just do a good job of really locking in. I mean, when you're on the court, you can't afford to listen to what's going on outside there. You have to be so intense and focused on what you're trying to do in the moment, whether it be defensively or offensively. If you're focused on what's going on in the stands, then it's only going to backfire on you. So I think that's probably, if I had to answer, if that's probably what they do a good job of. But is that right? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I would say I almost don't even hear it.
Yeah.
It's an exciting environment, and I feel the energy of it. But
yeah.
In terms of, certain comments made by certain sides, I really you kind of tune it all out. You're so locked into the game at that point.
Sorry, finish that.
Oh, I was just going to say, like Coach said and AB said, you can't really miss a beat. You have to be constantly thinking. So if you're like worried about the wrong things, I think it's just going to get into your head. And I don't know, I think it's just like important to stay in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, we talked earlier this week, you talked about the crowd you had last week. Bigger crowd tonight.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about, did the crowd really help you guys bring it home tonight? That's for all you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. It's truly amazing, and it's a testament to the Gettysburg community, to be honest with you, and obviously the family and friends of our players that come out and show out, because we're on spring break right now, so there's only a few students here at Gettysburg that are even here, and I saw some of those other sports teams here, so I'm really thankful that the ones that are able to be here were here. But yeah, it's really humbling to know that this community has really come out to support this team, and obviously we're thankful that we gave them a good reason to continue to come back.
How do you guys feel with Kagi? Obviously comes in averaging a double-double. You guys got her in foul trouble early and held her to 2 points. I mean, it was a pretty impressive performance what you guys did defensively.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was the effort of Skylar Reale and she's Emmy Violante. I mean, they just did a phenomenal job guarding her. We knew she was a focal point for us. She's a competitor. She's a super competitive kid and has had a great season. So we knew it was going to be a formidable challenge. So I'm thankful we came out with good results on that, but we certainly didn't take that for granted. That was an effort of ours to try to make somebody else beat us. And I think getting in foul trouble early did help us a little bit, no doubt about that. Because, again, she's relentless in the way she plays and, phenomenal competitor.
Coach, now you get a shot at the number 1 team in the country tomorrow night. Talk a little bit about that. Just the opportunity of getting to play them with a Final Four berth on the line.
Yeah, I think the opportunity is they get to play us, but I'm just
Okay,
I'm joking. Obviously, we have so much respect for NYU. I mean, they have proven it. Obviously, last year returning national champion. This year, they continue to do an amazing job. They have so much talent. They're well coached. They're going to be a tremendously formidable opponent tomorrow. I mean, we haven't really had a chance to give too much thought to them yet because today was today and we needed to get by today to have the opportunity. But we're thankful. We're thankful we get the opportunity to get on the court with them, and we're going to give them our best shot. And, hopefully, we can show that we're a pretty formidable team too. So, but yeah, we have nothing but respect for those guys, and they've just had an amazing run. And like I said, they're extremely well coached and a lot of talent.
Players, thoughts on
You guys have any thoughts on it?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This was the goal. I mean, seeing that we were in the same region as them, that's just like a really exciting opportunity. And obviously the goal is to go all the way, but we take it one step at a time. And at the end of the day, they're just another team, and we haven't shared the court with them yet. So show them what we got.
It's a really exciting opportunity, and one that doesn't come easily. It doesn't come lightly at all. So I'm just really excited to capitalize on that.
You have it home?
Yeah, we have them at home.
Coach, you got to watch them play some. Did you pick up anything? I'm sure you're not going to tell me if you did, but did you pick up anything you might be able to, to exploit?
It was the first time we've seen them on the court at all. We haven't watched any film or anything. No, they're so well balanced. They have so many shooters at every position. We're going to have to be on point defensively tomorrow. They can hurt you in so many different ways. They have versatile players. They have an inside game. They have an outside game. They play extremely hard defensively. They create a lot of turnovers. So it's going to be a tough matchup for us, no doubt about it. Nothing that I saw today did not match up with what we already knew, for sure. And that is they're really a good team, and we've got to be ready to go.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.